My name is Zlatan Ibrahimović. I believe so much in myself and I have a bulletproof mind, and when I go out there, I know what I'm able to do, and I do it good. People call it arrogant, I call it confidence.
Man of techniques, god of ball control, 34 trophies, and a name the whole world remembers, Zlatan Ibrahimović. But his life didn't start this way. His rise from the streets of Sweden to football royalty is anything but ordinary. Chapter 1. Early Life and Origins. Zlatan Ibrahimović was born on October 3, 1981 in Malmö, Sweden. Life wasn't easy. He grew up poor in a tough neighborhood called Rosengård, known more for crime than for football dreams. His parents, of Bosnian and Croatian descent, divorced when he was just 2 years old. From then on, Zlatan was bouncing between two homes that weren't exactly peaceful. Zlatan often went to school, not to study, but just for the free lunch. He was 6 when he first stepped onto a field, playing with local clubs like FBK Balkan, Malmö BI, and BK Flag. At 15, Zlatan nearly gave up football to work on the Malmö docks, but his coach saw something special in him and begged him not to quit. Inspired by Brazilian legend Ronaldo and Italian goal machine Batistuta, Zlatan kept going. Chapter 2. Breakthrough Moment. Zlatan's breakthrough came when he signed his first contract with Malmö FF in 1996. By 1999, he was part of the senior team, playing in Sweden's top league. But even then, he wasn't fully accepted. The parents of some teammates actually wanted him kicked out of the team. They said he was too cocky and rough. Despite the critics, Zlatan kept climbing. Big European clubs noticed his talent. Arsenal showed interest, as did Monaco and Verona, but it was Ajax who got him. He moved to the Netherlands in 2001, and that's when his name started echoing across Europe. At Ajax, he won 2 league titles and quickly earned a reputation as one of the most exciting young forwards in the game. He said it himself. Around 18, he realized football wasn't just a game anymore. It could change his life, and it did. Chapter 3. Discipline. Zlatan didn't learn his football in fancy academies. His training ground was the street. The wild, unpredictable play in Rosengård made him creative, quick, and fearless. He turned chaos into skill. One of his biggest lessons was controlling his anger. In his younger years, he was known to blow up easily, but with time, he learned to keep it sharp and focused. He says he doesn't just play the game, he sees it before it happens. He visualizes passes and goals 2 or 3 moves ahead. Even now, after all the success, Zlatan trains like he's still proving himself. His edge hasn't gone away, it's just smarter now. He plays with purpose. It's not just strength and skill, it's discipline and control that keep him ahead, and these achievements are just a sample of it. Chapter 4. Career Highs and Lows. He has scored over 60 goals for Sweden in 114 matches, 15-time Footballer of the Year, winner of the FIFA Puskas Award, league titles in Spain, Italy, the Netherlands, and France. Everywhere he went, he left a mark. One of the moments that fans still talk about is his overhead kick against England in 2012. He had already scored a hat trick. Then, from 35 yards out, he jumped, twisted in the air, and scored a bicycle kick that lobbed the goalkeeper. But Zlatan's story isn't all glory. He's had his fair share of drama. Over the years, Zlatan picked up bans for punching, slapping, and even stamping on opponents. There was the time he threatened Rafael van der Vaart, accused of injuring him on purpose. He punched Mido after Mido threw scissors at him. He once said Sweden's best female player should get a bike with his autograph instead of actual recognition, comments that caused a storm. Then there was the $57,800 UEFA fine for his ties to a betting company. Man, even with all that struggle, all the hate, all the times people doubted him, Zlatan didn't just stop. He stood tall, finished strong, and walked away like a true warrior and retired on June 4, 2023. But even after all the goals, trophies, and hard work, sometimes it felt like people didn't really give him the respect he deserved. Still, the man made his mark, and that shows in his fortune. Chapter 5. Net Worth. Currently, Zlatan Ibrahimović has a net worth of $190 million. He earned that season after season. In the beginning, while at Manchester United, he was making $35 million in his top year. Even in his final season there, he was pulling in $27 million. While at the LA Galaxy, he reached his highest MLS salary, $7.2 million US, making him the highest paid player in the league at the time. No matter where he went, the money followed. But that wasn't luck. That was pure Zlatan power, and it extended to brand endorsements also. Chapter 6. Brand endorsements. He had deals with Volvo, Samsung, Nivea, and Visa. Not just small ads, big contracts, and the biggest, Nike. They paid him $3 million US a year just to wear their gear. Crazy, right? But Zlatan wasn't just about football. He had his own autobiography, I Am Zlatan, which became a global bestseller. He also popped up in shows, movies, and even animated stuff like The Simpsons. There's also Becoming Zlatan and Zlatan, the movie, both about his life. That's not just fame, that's legacy. But life is not only about showing how to live, but also how to enjoy. Chapter 7. High-value possessions. Right now, according to trustworthy sources, Zlatan lives in Paris, near Place de l'Étoile. His apartment? Not small. We're talking a 600 square meter luxury space, actually made by combining 3 big apartments into one. Rent? Around $30,000 US per month. This place has a private elevator, concierge service, and many other luxuries. It's not just for show, it gives his family peace and privacy. Oh, and for his 38th birthday. Back then, he bought a Ferrari Monza SP2, one of the rarest Ferraris out there. And he also has a big watch collection, among which, during one training session, he wore a Patek Philippe Nautilus 5711/111P-001, a super rare, crazy expensive watch. Yeah, Zlatan lives like a king, and he thinks like one too. Chapter 8. Mindset. People always called him arrogant, but that arrogance made him believe in himself when no one else did. As a kid, he had a lot of anger. Life was hard, but he used that as fuel, not to break, but to win. He always said, "Why be like everybody else when you can do something special?" He admits he's made mistakes, but he learns from them. And honestly, he doesn't care what people say unless they've met him. That's real. That's the mindset that turned him from just a footballer into a legend. Chapter 9. Legacy. When he played in Italy, he didn't just adapt, he changed the game. Juventus, Inter, and AC Milan, he made every team better. Then his goals weren't just goals, they were art. Back heels, bicycle kicks, long shots. People called him Ibrahimovic because it felt like magic. In fact, in Sweden, to Zlatan became a real word. It means to dominate. That's how deep his impact went. He scored in every major league, Serie A, La Liga, League One, and the Premier League. For 6 clubs in the Champions League, he's also Sweden's all-time top scorer. And his mindset? Unbreakable. But more than all this, he came from nothing. But he became one of the most recognized sports figures on earth. So, after all these stories, do you think his game was aggressive? Or was his aggression hidden behind the skill and the showmanship? Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of legendary players. Because every legend has a story to tell and lessons to teach.